Hey Book Dragons! I am back to do a bit of a weekend reading vlog. So I am doing Ramadan, but this weekend I'm going to kind of let myself read what I need, and I'm not going to kind of focus myself on a theme if it doesn't like present itself. But currently I'm about 114 pages into Stars and Smoke by Marie Lu. I haven't really chosen an audiobook yet either, just because the past couple of days at work has been a bit chaotic. If you haven't been following my adventures, I got a new classroom and it's just been a lot. Like, it's been really fun, really enjoyable, but I hate clutter, and that's kind of where I am in that situation. But I have read about 114 pages of Stars and Smoke, and no one has really talked about this YA book, so I picked it up because it's blue, and that's what my spinner wheel chose for me. And I'm having a super fun time with it. I got this 2 years ago at YALLFest, the first time I went to YALLFest, and I decided to pick up a finished copy because the ebook really, like the book arc I got was like a little formatted a bit weird, but I'm having a really fun time with it. It's a bit of a complicated premise, and I think that's why I put off reading it for so long, because the premise didn't make a whole ton of sense to me. But basically you have a main character named Winter Young, and he is a pop star. So he gets recruited to be a secret agent because he's a pop star, and he needs to go and perform a concert for this businessman for his daughter so that he can get his bodyguard, who's a real secret agent, close to this thing so they can like uncover what he's doing. And I'm about 114 pages in, and I'm liking it so far. I've always said this about Marie Lu's writing, especially when I've read anything by her. She is one of those authors, kind of like Amy Kaufman, that infuses diversity into all her reads, and I am having a fun time. It's also very unique. It's not a fantasy book, it's more of like a contemporary with like a spy twist, and you have these two characters that don't like each other, so it's like dislike to more, I would say. Maybe it's gonna be a romance, maybe it's not, but I read the first 114 pages and I'm intrigued like right off the bat. And now they're kind of in the situation where they're gonna like go to this party and he's gonna kind of perform and she's gonna kind of help him. And you're also learning a little bit more about his past, like how he is really connected to this whole world. His brother did pass away in the past, and he has a very complicated relationship with his mom. Secrets are revealed about his brother's death, and I think it's just very captivating. It's also like a super quick read. The sequel is about to come out, and I got approved for in New York of that as well. So it's actually really early. Normally on Fridays I don't get to like sit down and read until like 11 o'clock, and then I just fall asleep, but it's pretty early. So what I think I'm gonna do is, my goal is to read like to page 150. I also am really behind on booktube. I have to take like 20 minutes and just go through all my booktube videos and see like the priority videos that I want to still watch. I started following a lot of creators recently, and it just got a little bit out of hand. So I'm gonna kind of go through and look through all the book videos and see, like, make like a priority watch TBR for the weekend. So starting next week, I can really like focus on watching TV shows. So yeah, that is my plan. I also really want to watch Damsel this weekend by Millie Bobby Brown. I wanted to book with Millie Bobby Brown. I also want to choose an audiobook tomorrow. It's supposed to be pretty crappy weather-wise, so I don't know if I'm actually going to go out until Sunday, but I want a cozy weekend to relax and de-stress. I had grades due this week. Next week is a bit of a busy week. It just every day kind of is. I have something I'm doing every single day, but I want a relaxing weekend where I read the weekend away. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that for the YouTube queue because I keep saying I'm going to do it. And then I am gonna read about to page 150 in Stars and Smoke. And when I have done that, I will give you guys an update. But yeah, I am pleasantly surprised by this book. Like, literally no one has talked about it. It's verbed by Lee Berdugo, Tahira Mafi, Sabat Tahir, Ali Carter, Maureen Gu, and Adam Silvera. And I know Amy Kaufman has mentioned her a bit, so yeah, I'm gonna get to reading, and then I will give you guys an update when I have an update for you. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I went up doing a bit of shopping with my mom. We always normally pick one day in the weekend to kind of go out and get some stuff. I mostly got a lot of stuff from my classroom. I'm starting to realize I don't have a ton of supplies for the kids, so I was kind of getting a couple of things for them. And the next thing I have to do is I have to really organize next week. Next week is so busy. I actually had to cancel a couple of things because I don't think I can do everything I was planning on doing next week, so I had to do that as well, which was unfortunate. But I wound up reading up to page 158 in Stars and Smoke by Marie Lu. I'm really liking this book. It gives me like Final Gambit by Jennifer. It gives me Jennifer Lynn Barnes vibes. It also gives me like Spy School and Spy Kids vibes. And I like the romance between the characters. I like that we get to see Winter as a pop star. That's always a trope that I do enjoy. And I like that the characters are really, really different. Like they have two such different experiences. But I am really captivated. Like I just want to keep reading, and I think this is a perfect book to pick up. And I'm happy that the kind of spin wheel forced my hand a little bit, because I don't know when I would have gotten around to it, just because I haven't heard a lot about it. But I don't often hear a lot about YA books other than like the super popular books. So I'm gonna go read to page 200, and I'll give you guys a check-in at that point. I'm trying to update more because it's only a weekend reading vlog, and I want it to at least have like 30 to 20 to 30 minutes of footage. I don't know if I'm going to pick up an audiobook today. I've not had the best audiobook listening the second half of the week, so I may just start fresh on Monday with a new audiobook. I don't know what I'm going to choose to read though at that point. But I'm going to go make sure that the doggie is good. She had like a shot, like liquid up her nose yesterday, so she's a bit out of it. I was going to take her for a walk, but I think that time has passed because it's about to start raining. Welcome to March in New York. So yeah, I'm gonna go read another like 50 pages of this and give you guys an update. But so far I'm having a fun time. I really want to go back and read all of Marie Lu's books because I've read Wild Card, which I love. That series was like my favorite of the year, and it was a duology that was really, really fun. This is another like underrated series that I want to read. And yeah, I want to read other stuff. Oh, I also read Steel Striker, and I didn't love that one as much, but the other books I've read have been a fun time. So I'm gonna go, this is also like a unique book, like I'm just having a fun time with it. So I'm gonna go read a bit more, and I'll talk to you guys when I have an update for you. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. It is about 1 o'clock. I did wind up getting up to page about 200 in Stars and Smoke. It is definitely getting more action-y, which I'm liking. We're also getting a few more side characters, which I'm happy about, because sometimes when I read books that only have two main characters, it gets a bit boring to me personally. Like I think that's why sometimes I struggle with romantasy a little bit, because the world feels so small and there's not enough characters to kind of bounce off of. But there are enough side characters in the story that is captivating me. It is getting a bit more adventurous and a bit more mysterious, and like the action adventure elements are starting to come in. It is very, very quick, so I think there's like very, very quick pacing, so I feel like you need to slow down a little bit and kind of like let the story happen, but I am having a great time. So yeah, it's about 1 o'clock. My goal is to read another 50 more pages and then give you guys like another update. Again, I'm only doing a weekend reading vlog because I want to have a vlog ready for you next week, because next week's going to be a bit busy, so I'm going to try to have 2 vlogs next week for you. We'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna go read another 50 pages, and hopefully by then I will have like, right now I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be like a 4-star read. I really do like the characters. I like the adventurous spycraft elements to the story, and I think if I had, like, both characters are very, very different. But yeah, I'm having a fun time. So I'm gonna go read another 50 pages and then I'll give you guys an update. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up getting up to page 250 in Stars and Smoke, and I'm enjoying it. I don't think I'm feeling that connected to the plot. Like, the plot feels very, very fast-paced, and I think it's making me feel disconnected from the characters. But I'm having a fun time. It's definitely like a quick read. I like the characters. I think the plot is just not as fleshed out as I would want it to be. It almost feels like I'm reading an action movie, which it probably is because it has a lot of spy elements. There's no fantastical elements to the story. It really does feel like I'm reading like a contemporary story. But I do like it. I think the characters have dealt with a lot. It is not my favorite trope. I don't really like hate to more, but I am liking it a little bit more than I do like other stories. So yeah, I'm gonna go read another. I'm gonna actually go finish this book because I can read. I'll read the last like 100 pages and then I'll give you guys an update. Bye. Hi Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up finishing Stars and Smoke by Marie Lu. I liked it. I don't think I loved it. I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. I think I like the concept of it, but it's another book that I think the fast pace of it needed to be, I needed to listen to it and I just didn't. But I liked it. I thought the characters were fun, but it sort of was like reading an action movie. And like I always say that, like when it's why I don't really watch a ton of action movies, because the characters feel a little bit one-dimensional to me. But I like Mary Lou. Like I like the diversity of the story. I thought the characters were interesting. I just didn't feel that connected to them, neither them or the plot. So it's going to be a 3.5 star read for me. But it is blue, so I did wind up getting those bonus points, and I think I defended for team time. So I am going to read a book that has nothing to do with, well, I mean, I'm going to get points, obviously, because it's like a 400-page book. But it doesn't have any of my bonus points because I'm reading Royal Scandal by Amy Carter. I read this last year and I gave it 5 stars, and it is all about the monarchy, about this girl who's like an illegitimate daughter and she is making her way in the world, which I'm like really excited for. I really liked book 1. I thought book 1 like did a really like fun, it was like a fun fast-paced read. I remember I was reading this right when everything was going down with Kate, William, and Harry and Meghan, and I was like, this is like the epitome of that. So it's also really like, it's like 400 pages. So my goal is to really knock this out this weekend. I don't have a ton of plans. I just want to read, relax, and recover. I really haven't done that since I really got sick, so I want to just kind of take this weekend and relax. But I like this. And then what I'm going to do once this reading vlog is over, which should be by tomorrow, I should be able to knock this out pretty quickly, then I'm going to choose like a theme to do it. But this will be the one book that I read this month that doesn't have anything to do with like my bonus prompts, because when I do a competitive readathon, I am very competitive. So I'm gonna go start this, and when I'm about 25% in, I will give you guys an update. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up reading about 50 pages into Royal Scandal by Amy Carter. I will attach a physical photo at some point in one of these clips. I'm really liking this book. I loved book 1. I thought book 1 was really fun. It had a murder mystery element to it. It also dealt with some harder topics. That book took place a lot at a school. I don't know if this one's taking place over Christmas, so I don't know if we're gonna get any school elements, which means I won't get bonus points. But I'm loving this book. Like I really am having a fun time. I just want to keep reading. I feel connected to the characters, which is something I've been struggling with, but also I just like the complexity of the British monarch. And I think this book hits at the perfect time, because between this and reading the Reign series by Catherine McGee, or the American Royal series by Catherine McGee, I think it's just such a fascinating way. I also really enjoy that we get like outside elements. We get like chats, we get like emails, we get like newspaper articles that really expands the world. But this book is set at Christmas, and there was a meeting between her and the American prince, which I think is very interesting. And I'm gonna go read another 50 pages and then I will give you guys a check-in. But I was able to read about 50 pages and I'm really intrigued, so I'm gonna go keep reading. If I don't update you guys tonight, I'll update you guys tomorrow. But also tomorrow we spring forward, so I'm gonna lose an hour anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to read another 50 pages and then I'll give you guys a check-in. But not a lot has happened. I don't know the mystery quite yet, but someone was revealed that is coming to shake up their Christmas at Sandringham. Like, I think it's called Sandringham, their country estate, and someone unexpected showed up, and Evelyn is surprised. So I will see you guys when I have read about 50 more pages. Hi Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to give you a quick update. How rude. It is Sunday. We are going through a time change, so I'm a little bit sleepy. I had to wake up super early. But late last night I did wind up getting up to chapter 12 or 13 of Royal Scandal by Amy Carter. I will attach a photo at some point in this video. I'm really liking it. It's definitely a quick paced read. I mean again, it's a sequel, so I can't say too much. But there is a lot of things happening, and I just hope that this book is surprising and shocking as last book, because last book there was a pretty shocking villain in that story, and I just hope it's not the same villain. I hope we change things up a little bit, or the same type of villain, I'll say that. But there are some pretty intense things that are happening in the first like 25%, so I'm definitely intrigued to keep reading. Today I have to go to yoga. I haven't been to yoga in like 3 weeks. It's been a bit of a time, so I want to go to yoga. I also have to try to craft a little bit today. If it's nice enough, I might even try to sneak in a bike ride because it's getting nice out. But yeah, that is the plan. So I'm gonna go read maybe to like 100 pages, maybe like 150 pages, and then I'll give you guys like another update. I want to also listen to my audiobook today, which is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, which I really haven't started.
She's roaming around.
I did not wind up starting that last week. I left my earpods at home on Friday, and that was very, very detrimental to the listening process. So I want to listen to that when I go to yoga. And yeah, that's it. My plan today is just to have a relaxing weekend, and I did that yesterday. I caught up on half of my YouTube queue. I want to watch the rest of the TBR videos and the wrap-ups that I wanted to do today. And then tonight at 7 o'clock, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Half of Damsel with Millie Bobby Brown. That'll be my treat to myself once the puppy goes to bed. That is the plan. So when I get up to chapter 150 or page 150 in Royal Scandal, I'll give you guys another update. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a couple of updates. I did wind up getting up to page 150-ish in Royal Scandal by Amy Carter. I'm really liking this book. It's been quite a bit since I've had a character that or a group of characters that both the plot and the characters are working for me, so I'm having a fun time. We're starting to hit, it's also set around Christmas, which means I think it was a good time for it to come out. It could have came out at Christmas, and I think it would have done even better because it does have Christmas vibes and Christmas elements to the story. It's also very much connected to book one, so I don't want to say too much spoilers, but there is a lot of political stuff happening in the marriage department between a lot of different characters, like who they want to be with and all of that stuff. I also did wind up listening to, I would say, about 45 minutes of Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, which I'm liking a lot more than when I tried to physically read it. Super struggled with that book, but I'm liking this a lot more. It's giving me Veronica Speedwell vibes, and I'm having a fun time with it. And I also read about 20 pages in 4 Weddings and a Puppy, just because I wanted to make sure my Kindle was charged. When I come home, I could just like go in and read it. So the next time you see me, I will have read about 50 more pages of Royal Scandal, and hopefully the drama gets good. Right now, I think if it goes the predictable route and we have a very similar villain to book one, I'm going to be a bit disappointed in Amy Carter's. I like books to change it up a bit, and not disappointed, but I just think it will be a bit more predictable. I hope the story has a bit more of a different villain in the story, because I still don't like the villain in book one, but I want almost to see it be someone different. So that is where we are. There was also like a pretty big thing that happened in the middle of this book that had me intrigued. It gave me the end of Rivals vibes, which I did not see coming, so I hope Amy Carter can bring the shock value like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go read another 50 pages. I'll try to catch up on booktube today. That is my goal, is to watch everyone's TBR that I'm following and everyone's wrap up for February, so next weekend I can focus a little bit on a TV show. So I will be back when I have completed my next 50 pages. But also right now it is almost 1:30, so I am in the process of just relaxing. I have to go back to work tomorrow. This week is super, super busy. Hopefully I could finish this book today. I don't know if that's doable, but if not, I'll just start a new vlog tomorrow. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey my dragons, I just want to do a quick update. It is almost 2:30. I did wind up reading about 50 more pages in Royal Scandal, and it is getting interesting. I think this book is a lot more interesting just to me because Evan is dealing with a lot. She's definitely having some post-traumatic stress issues from everything she dealt with in book one and also the continual drama in this book. She is also having a very interesting dynamic with her half-sister, which I love stories like that. They were very, very combative in book one, obviously, because she just found out she had a half-sister and all of that stuff. But I'm really liking the dynamics. I'm very curious where the mystery is. The romance is really, really fun for all of the side characters. There's also a very interesting discussion about Maisie's relationship with a girl and her fact that she's being LGBTQ plus, and then what effect will that have on her being queen in the future, which I'm just really liking that conversation. There's very, very some tense moments with the police and the paparazzi and all of that stuff, and every chapter kind of starts with a thing that kind of takes you outside of the story, whether it's text message conversation or emails or like a lot of newspaper articles, which I think, considering what the British monarchy is, it's really like really taking you inside what that world is like. And they also did that in the Royal series by Catherine McGee, and I think that both those authors did a really good job at building that world. So yeah, I'm gonna go read another 50 pages of that, get up to 60 pages, and then I'll give you guys a solid update. I would love to finish this book today. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I also am really enjoying it. I gave Royal Blood 5 stars. This is potentiality to be a high 4, or if not a 5-star. I'm gonna see what the twist is. The twist will kind of decide, like the ending will kind of be like what's the end story, because if it's a little bit predictable, I'm going to probably give it 4 stars. If it's not predictable, I'll kind of give it 5 stars. But I'm having a really, really fun time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. I'm about 60% into Royal Scandal, and I'm having a fun time with it. It's definitely more like external things happening in the story that are super scary. Like, I think that that's like what this book is really showing you, like how dangerous the pressure of being royal is, how dangerous that lifestyle can be. And I just am intrigued. Like, I think Everly, or Evangeline, she's going through a lot. You could tell she's really dealing with post-traumatic stress issues with all the stuff that happened in book 1, also this stuff, and I just think that it's a very like quick read. There's also vibes that remind me of like Meghan and Harry, but there's also vibes that remind me of Charles and Diana, which I just think is really captivating. There's also like a new relationship, but for the dad, which I am liking like quite a bit. And it's just a really like quick read. Like, I just want to keep reading it. It's very, very bingeable. I'm doing Ramathon. There's a prompt like a book you could read in one sitting. This is a book you could read in one sitting. It's just, it's 400 pages, but it's so quick. And I'm really having a good time. So I'm gonna go read another 50 pages. It's almost 3:50. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this today. That is the hope. Also, Ramadan is having sprints later as well. Sorry, I'm playing with my Funko because it's right here. My dog keeps stealing this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go read another 50 pages, and then I will give you guys another update. And I'll give you guys a time check, because at that point I should probably have like 150 pages left. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading, but I'm really having a fun time. Again, the revelation of who's doing this to Evangeline and her family will probably decide if it's going to be a 4 or 5-star read, but right now it's definitely going to be a 4 or 5-star read because I'm having a fun time. It just depends on how shocking the ending is and how much of I saw it coming, and how predictable it is if I'm going to give it 5 stars. But I'm having a fun time with all the elements of the story. So there was like a plot point with like the first son that I hope comes back into play, because I like that character quite a bit. But yeah, so I will be back when I've read about 50 more pages. Bye. Hi Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up getting up to page 350, I think, in Royal Scandal. This book is getting hot. Like, it's getting hot. It is on fire. I want to know what's gonna happen. It sucks that I have to go to work tomorrow like super early, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish as much as I wanted. But I am really intrigued to see how this book wraps up. All emotions are high. So much stuff happened in this book, like so much stuff, and I don't think I was prepared. Book 1 was very, very small. Like, it had a small plot. There was a lot of small things happening. There was like a crime that basically our main character Abby was accused of. This book is much bigger. It has bigger repercussions. It does give me the second half of the American Royals vibes, like how big the stakes are, how complicated the stakes are. So I'm really, really enjoying that about it. But yeah, I just really want to keep reading. Like, I really want to keep reading, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually roll for my next vlog, just so I know what book I'm bringing with me to work tomorrow. So I can have a backup book. But yeah, I'm having such a fun time with this. Like, I really, really am. So I'm gonna go film that other vlog so I like at least know what I'm reading, and then we'll chat if I'm able to read 50 more pages today. That would be delightful, and I'll give you guys a check-in. If not, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow after work. And I just don't feel like getting my camera back out again, but I do want to finishing Royal Scandal, and I gave it 5 stars. I had such a fun time with this book. It was great. It was exactly what I needed. I love reading fast-paced stories, especially when I'm feeling slumpy, which has been the case this month. If you want more information, go see my Tuesday video. I dived into a little bit of what's been going on in my personal life. But I really did like the story. It was a solid sequel. I'm happy that I'm reading more on NetGalley and my Kindle. I honestly need more motivation to do it, and I just don't have it. But I wound up reading 2 books in this vlog: Stars and Smoke, which I gave a low 3 stars, and Royal Scandal, which I gave 5 stars. So it was a book filled with YA books and adventuring, and it was really, really fun. So let me know in the comments what you're currently reading. I would love to know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.